Welcome to Farm Kenya Show. You know the young people say, Anguka nayo. Then they do this. And since we're talking about birds, let me actually I want to modify that dance to add the chicken side of it. Of course, right now I'm joined by Chef Ron Kamau, and today we're making drum rolls, butter chicken
curry.
So,
Yeah.
Ron,
Yes.
what are we looking at? A lot happening here. What do we have?
Components to bring together the curry. So we have the chicken.
Yes.
This is called a makhani sauce.
A makhani sauce.
Or makhani.
Makhani sauce.
Yes.
Look at that. It's quite red in color. Is that red?
Yes, it is red. The color usually comes from tomato paste using properly ripe tomatoes.
Okay.
And also the Kashmiri chili powder.
Okay.
It has a very, very heavy, gives it a really nice red coloring.
Okay.
We have methi leaves, also known as fenugreek. So this can be gotten fresh or dried.
This is?
Methi leaves.
Methi leaves.
Yeah, kasuri methi.
Okay.
Yes. So it comes in two ways. It's a herb. You can either have it fresh or you can have it dried. So depending on your what's it called? Preference, yeah? Okay. Depending on your preference, if you wanna also like what you're trying to cook.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can use both.
Okay.
Right?
Lovely.
Yeah. Some seasoning, basic, cooking with ghee today. So ghee yes. Ghee basically is clarified butter.
Okay.
To make it simpler. So then the other components that go with this are the rice. We call this pico de gallo. It's basically a fancy name for saying kachumbari. Pico? De gallo.
Kenyans will abuse this word. By kachumbari, it's called pico de gallo. Chef Ronnie will teach us things.
Then another component to bring the dish together is cumin yogurt.
Cumin yogurt.
Yes.
That is cumin in yogurt.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, so where are we beginning now?
So I think I'm just gonna start off with just cooking off the chicken first.
Okay.
Put some of this, because also we'll be using some of the ghee, to be finishing off the dish itself. Okay. So this is a very, it's good in carbohydrates, so energy giving for your body, packed in protein because we're using chicken. Methi is rich in, helps with your bones. So this is a very good type of meal to help, as much as someone might think, I'm using ghee and this and this and that. No. It's just everything in moderation. Okay. Also for methi leaves, don't use them too much. So like I said, everything in moderation. Okay. So this actually, it's a very beneficial type of dish. Okay. So yeah, let me just start with this.
So we've warmed ghee. You're adding your
chicken.
Your chicken.
Yes.
And this one is
already pre-marinated.
Okay. What did you use in marinating the chicken?
So has the same components as this. The Kashmiri chili pepper, some Indian spices, also yogurt. Yogurt is something common when marinating some of the chicken dishes when making the Indian food. Okay. So this is what's bringing all this together. Yeah.
But I'm having ideas. And next time we have, for example, this one is Indian cuisine.
Yeah.
We should come dressed in the Indian attire.
The Indian attire. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So well marinated.
Yes. So I'm just gonna add a few drops of water. Okay. Keep it
moisturized, not too dry.
Yes.
You say that dryness is the enemy to proper meat.
Yes. You're not gonna enjoy it, basically. Okay. Yeah.
I see that. That's quite interesting. Which part of the chicken are we cooking today?
This is we use the thighs, chicken thighs.
Oh, these are thighs.
Yes.
In terms of because you say this is Indian-inspired cuisine. We associate India with a lot of chili. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. This one. Are we moving in moderation or are we experiencing?
We are moving in moderation. Okay. We don't want to go too over the top because not everyone, has that preference of, eating chili.
Okay.
So it's a bit mild.
Okay.
But not too heavy on the spice.
All right.
Yeah, so I just added the makhani sauce. Need the chicken to just cook in it so that it can fully absorb all the flavors and everything just comes, together.
The makhani sauce.
Yes.
And this is something that we can make at home.
Yes, this is something you can actually make at home because it's tomatoes, Indian spices, a basic with Indian cuisine, garlic and ginger.
Okay.
So you can either make it as a paste or you can just have it roughly chopped.
Okay.
So and also Indian spices, cumin, and others. There's also methi leaves. It's used to finish off the dish, and also some cream just to add some volume and body to it.
Okay.
And we'll finish it off with some ghee, which is also known as tempering. Just make the whole sauce, nice, smooth, and it's gonna come together.
Yeah, and ghee, ghee seems, we were talking about how you can make your own ghee. You said it's sort of purified butter.
Yes, clarified butter. So basically, what we mean by clarified butter is when you melt butter and it's fully melted, when you check at the bottom, there's usually a layer or just some milkish, whitish liquid. So we know that as milk solids.
Okay.
So once you remove that aspect from the butter, now it's called clarified because it's just purely fat.
Okay.
So that is what ghee actually is.
Okay.
Yes.
Ah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Ah, I see that. So we can make ghee.
Yes, you can make ghee. You just buy some butter and just melt it down.
So I've just seen it. You've tested.
Yeah, just checking the flavor, seasoning. Anytime you cook food, you always have to check the seasoning.
Yeah.
Very important. You don't need, so that you don't either overpower or under-season your food.
Ah.
It's a very important aspect.
I think I've been cooking with discernment, just feeling things. Be like, this salt seems enough. So you have to test.
You have to taste.
What are you adding now?
Just some cream.
Some cream?
Yeah.
And you've said cream, the purpose of the cream in this?
Just add some more body to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is on moderate heat?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You just need it to cook down, have the, everything come together once we're just cooking everything together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the sauce element, because I can see from it, it's quite a huge component of the dish.
Yes.
The sauce. And I see that dryness you're talking about, food always has to have some element of moisture to it.
Yes.
Are there risks? Is there a wrong way of preparing this dish?
A wrong way of preparing this dish. Either not just, if you don't make the sauce as properly as you should, then you're definitely going to get a different result.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's quite incredible. So this one is cooking for how long? What are you looking for?
Just the texture of the sauce. It shouldn't be too runny.
Okay.
A bit thickish.
Okay.
So it's almost coming together. Just finishing it off with
some extra ghee.
Yes.
Okay. I see where we are there. On moderate heat.
Yeah. So just the residue heat, finishing it off, then adding the kasuri methi.
Mesuri metu.
Yes.
Where do I get mesuri metu?
Kasuri methi, you can get it at any Indian shop.
Okay.
It's a very popular item because it's a part of their dish, their cuisine.
Okay.
They use it in a number of items. Either marination or just finishing off a dish.
Okay.
So this is some rice that I had cooked prior. This is basically how we, serve the whole dish.
Okay.
Once you come to our concept, it's called Desi Loco. We've actually just revamped that menu.
Okay.
And it's really, really filled with flavorful and improved dishes from, what we previously had.
Desi local.
Yes.
And then Nairobi street food.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you call kachumbari again?
This is pico de gara.
Pico de gara.
Pico de gara.
Pico de gara.
Guy.
The guy.
Guy.
And kachumbari just slaps, Okay, so some kachumbari on the side.
Yeah.
Some
of this. Some cumin yogurt.
Cumin yogurt. So this is just normal yogurt, you add some cumin in it?
Yeah, just some cumin spice.
Okay.
And then...
Okay. Now you're...
just finishing plating this off.
With chicken.
Yes. And...
can add some life to it.
Some zhuzh. And also finishing it off.
Wow. I see that. So much life and character add to the dish.
And that is our butter chicken.
That's
curry.
it?
That's it.
So when I come to your concept at Nairobi Street Kitchen, I order for butter chicken. This is what I get.
This is what you get.
Okay.
Came with some spoons.
I see that. First of all, let us just, I don't know whether you're getting it clearly, but the plate, and I like
the aroma.
The aroma.
It's a very, very rich in spice and with a good punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have your rice in the bowl.
Yeah.
You have your pico de gara, kachumbari. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Then you have your
butter chicken.
Your butter chicken.
Yes.
And on the side, you have cumin yogurt. Quite balanced. And the plating, is there motivation around how you place what?
Ideally, just because the butter chicken is the main dish, it gets now the bigger side of the partition plate. Now these other items, these other places are just whatever comes along or like what complements the dish.
Okay.
Yes.
I see that. And in regards to the demand of this particular dish?
It's a very high moving item.
A lot of people like it.
Yes, it is. It is.
That's interesting. I like it. So how do you eat this one? Because there has to be a formula. You can't just attack from
anywhere.
one corner. Like you decide, I'm going to start with the yogurt.
So basically, just take some rice.
So you take some rice.
Just put it on the side.
Okay.
Yeah. And
all right. And give it a try. Some rice. Ideally, some people would use their hands. I see that.
There's a bit of heat, but it's not as powerful. But if you want more chili to this, you can also let the chef know. They'll put more chili in your butter chicken. Or this is just a moderate, like a modern type of, because as the cuisine is or as the dish is, how you make it has some spice to it.
Yeah. I can feel the spice from afar. It's not as strong as maybe somebody who's traditionally
used to chili.
Yeah, used to chili is. And these concepts, because you say it's a concept within Nairobi Street Kitchen.
Yeah.
What's the motivation? Because you have to take a look at traditional meals and say we're gonna create something, tweak this and that. As a chef, what goes into that?
I think with the Nairobi Street Kitchen name, we're trying to bring street foods that are common within certain, cultures or cuisines into like now a dining kind of place. Like butter chicken is something you can, it's common within the Indian cuisine, and it's something you can, find in different locations, even on the streets. As we have seen on the television, they're like very popular street foods that, are known in different places. Like for the taco, it's something within the Mexican concept or the cuisine itself, that you can find within the Mexican people, and they can easily making it on the street. So working within that type of line. So butter chicken is something that's a very common dish among the Indians or the Indian cuisine. So yeah, this is one of the dishes that that was thought about, and they decided to put it on the menu.
Okay.
And yeah, this is actually like now the revamped, the new dish, the new butter chicken that we're currently making.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. You just choose the rice and the chicken. Now these are the components, especially the yogurt and also the pico de gama. It sounds like Vasco da Gama.
Vasco
Just
da Gama.
call it the kachumbari. How do you inculcate it into the meal?
You can just have it on its own, or
sort of adding that freshness, because when you're eating, just vegetables that are cut, not cooked, I think it adds something to
freshness,
the dish.
sort of refreshment, and also the yogurt does the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me give it a try for what you've done just right now. So you combine with some rice,
and some of the sauce and some chicken too. Yeah.
In the Kenyan context now, we are thinking, can you replace the rice with ugali?
I mean, feel free to, but it's not within the other what's it called? A better option for you having your butter chicken curry would be a naan bread.
Oh, naan bread.
Yes, or a roti, or how we know it, probably chapati.
Chapati.
Yes. So all you do is just dip it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's quite interesting. I like it. In terms of Indian-inspired dishes, because India is quite a huge country and so diverse. What motivates so far from your journey as a chef? How much inspiration do we get? Because I know with curry, apart from Steph Curry, the rest of the curries I just relate from India. But how much influence does India as a country have on cuisines, even within your concept?
Indian is well known for curries. Like some of the best curries, you definitely get them within the Indian, like the realm, the stews that they make. And so, like, whenever anyone is thinking of a curry, there are basic guidelines on how to make like a curry sauce, like a curry base. They're either cooked down with some spice, some oil, or there's something that just goes towards it as we add now the other components to it, like maybe a tomato sauce, the garlic ginger, just whatever it is from the, influence of the region from where the recipe kind of developed from. Okay. So anyone, like even right now, whenever you tell someone I'm making a curry, they think Indian.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
And that's quite rich. Infusing for when you're having a concept, trying to infuse different elements, for example, now you're taking the Indian inspiration curry or Indian inspired curry. Is there also sort of effort to infuse that with local
food?
Yes, or other concepts.
Well, I can give you an idea. Like you can make the makhani sauce and mix it with what we like, tilapia. Right. Our tilapia is mainly tilapia, deep fried or baked, then with a tomato sauce. So to make it more flavorful, why not use the makhani sauce? Because it's also a tomato-based sauce. Okay. So instead of just like the regular just tomato, what we're used to, add some makhani sauce to it. So it becomes like a fusion of how we normally like our fish with, another specific type of curation from a different element or a different place. Right? Okay. How we make our chapatis more or less the same with them. It's just that maybe how they finish them off is kind of different. So see, there's already that intertwining of, a particular dish.
Yes.
As you mentioned, you can have this with ugali, as you would prefer. You can just make it as it is, have your nice chunk of ugali here. You already have some kachumbari here.
Okay.
Just dip, how people are so used to. You can even, instead of having the cumin yogurt, you can make some kienyeji mboga, have it here with your ugali and the curry. Maybe someone would love it like that. Yeah, so it's just in the same way you mentioned, like infusing different execution methods with, what you commonly are used to, with another particular way of cooking food.
All right. Ideally, because I know India and chai go hand in hand, since I'm a lover of tea. I don't know. Ideally, when you're having such a meal, what drinks are recommended to accompany to give you a top-notch experience when you're having, butter chicken?
Butter chicken. I'd suggest maybe something like tamarind juice.
Why tamarind juice?
Because also tamarind is kind of used within this kind of cuisine. It also has a nice, well-made tamarind juice, because I've had it once. I loved it, how this person was making it. Because as much as it's also used within it's Swahili-based.
Okay.
So you're infusing, like you said, whatever it is that you're locally used to. Or you can have just a regular juice, orange, or a cool, like a pineapple juice. It's this, like Indian food, I haven't known it to be paired very well with beverages, but you can have it to whatever it is that you prefer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. How did you utilize the yogurt in this concept? Because, yogurt for majority of people is for drinking.
Yeah, so you can just add it on top of your food.
Okay.
Get it in, just take another spoonful.
Okay, let me see the yogurt, how it tastes. Never added yogurt in the curry.
So the thing with yogurt, it will balance out the spice.
I see that. So it's not too hot.
So it cools down. If you feel it's a bit too hot,
okay,
add some yogurt to it.
That's interesting, because you're picking a cuisine that in its original format, it's pretty hot. If I eat this in India, most likely I'll be sweating. Very spicy. But you innovate within the plate itself to sort of dumb it down, especially for the local market.
Yeah.
If majority of we Africans don't enjoy very spicy,
heat.
too much heat, as you put it.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. In when it comes to being a chef and making foods, that's always something that you always have to consider.
Yep. Like you have to know, especially if you're making food, sometimes you can end up overdoing a particular ingredient. So how do you tone it down? So for spices, there are certain ways you can tone it down. Either just you can either do another fresh batch without the spice, then use half of this to cook there, will mellow out the spice. You can introduce something like with an alkaline kind of base, that's maybe yogurt, right? There are different ways you have to understand how to adjust the food that you have.
Yes.
So that you can, whenever, mistakes happen, and man is to error, right? No, even a chef, you can be as experienced, but maybe somewhere along the way you might end up missing something. So, but with that experience comes with a know-how on how to fix that particular situation. Okay. So that's always works for, the more you get the experience, the more you get exposed to, you're allowed to make the mistakes. Just learn from them and do better each and every time that you're making a particular dish.
I like that. Learning from your mistakes.
Yeah.
And even as we come to the close of this, I know cooking, as much as you went to culinary school to learn cooking, there is cooking from the soul.
And it becomes very, very critical when sourcing ingredients. Yeah, we've just talked about kienyeji, improved kienyeji. I don't know whether that is a critical beat when it comes to cooking, especially for commercial purposes. In your concept, sourcing of the ingredients, for example, the chicken. Talk to me about that.
Chicken, we just connect with local meat suppliers. We know who supplies what, if they can be able to supply us, how the processes they do to, nurture and raise the particular meats that they have, and if they're actually certified, they're following the guidelines that they need to, so that by the end of the day, whatever we're getting on our end is actually good produce. Okay. It's also quality produce.
Definitely.
Definitely, because we also need to give our customers something that's, it's quality, value for their money, and it's something very key and essential. Whenever we're looking for produce, even for vegetables, we need to ensure that our vegetables are fresh and they're in good condition, even as we're storing them. We have to store them properly and ensure there's, a steady flow of, in and out. It's not that something that's lasting for so long, because vegetables have a very short shelf life. So you need to ensure that you're maximizing. Once you get a particular type of, item, maximize on it. Use it properly and accurately.
Definitely. Yeah. Properly and accurately. Chef Rod, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Enjoying these cuisines. I think I'm getting a lot of exposition. I'm being exposed to new palates, if I may call it so. And even the kachumbari, I've gotten a name for it that is new. Hey, my friend, that is the day I discovered that inaitwaje, yenye nakatonga kwa straight. Anyway, mutura is called German sausage.
German sausages.
Imagine. Yes. Koloni mamboleo. Anyway, thank you, Chef Ron, for that.
Very much welcome.
And we appreciate you. At this particular moment, since we were talking about matters birds, and the food was not bad, it was really nice. But when you want to rear birds, specifically chicken, how are you supposed to do it? Here we have an episode of Farm Guide on how you can do it